To the Muslim world, we seek a new way forward based on mutual interest and mutual respect.
It's been his message even before he assumed office as the president, to let the Muslim world know that America is not its enemy.
We are a nation of Christians and Muslims, Jews and Hindus, and non-believers. We are shaped by every language and culture, drawn from every end of this earth.
In an attempt to clean the mess left behind by the Bush administration, Obama has over the months been promising a gradual but steady withdrawal of troops from war-struck nations.
We will begin to responsibly leave Iraq to its people and forge a hard-earned peace in Afghanistan. With old friends and former foes, we will work tirelessly to lessen the nuclear threat.
Reiterating his stand on America's arch foe, the president is clear on sending out repeated and tough messages to Iran.
To those leaders around the globe who seek to sow conflict or blame their society's ills on the West, know that your people will judge you on what you can build, not what you destroy.
Obama's intent to bridge the gap between the Middle East and America seems quite clear, which was reiterated in his first interview, carefully planned and given to an Arab channel.
Will you be proposing ideas, pitching proposals, parameters, as one of your predecessors did, or just urging the parties to come up with their own resolutions as your immediate predecessor did?
Well, I think the most important thing is for the United States to get engaged right away. And George Mitchell is somebody of enormous stature. He is one of the few people who have international experience brokering peace deals. And so what I've told him is start by listening, because all too often the United States starts by dictating in the past on some of these issues, and we don't always know all the factors that are involved. So let's listen. He's going to be speaking to all the major parties involved, and he will then report back to me. From there, we will formulate a specific response. Ultimately, we cannot tell either the Israelis or the Palestinians what's best for them. They're going to have to make some decisions. But I do believe that the moment is right for both sides to realize that the path that they are on is one that is not going to result in prosperity and security for their people, and that instead it's time to return to the negotiating table. It's going to be difficult. It's going to take time. I don't want to prejudge many of these issues, and I want to make sure that expectations are not raised so that we think that this is going to be resolved in a few months. But if we start steady progress on these issues, I'm absolutely confident that the United States, working in tandem with the European Union, with Russia, with all the Arab states in the region, I'm absolutely certain that we can make significant progress.
You've been saying essentially that we should not look at these issues like the Palestinian-Israeli track and separation from the broader region. You've been talking about a kind of holistic approach to the region. That are we expecting a different paradigm in the sense that in the past, one of the critique, at least on the Arab side and the Muslim side, is that everything the Americans always tested with the Israelis if it works. Now there is an Arab peace plan, there is a regional aspect to it, and you've indicated that. Will there be a kind of shift, a paradigmic shift?
Well, here's what I think is important. You look at the proposal that was put forth by King Abdullah of Saudi Arabia.
Right.
I might not agree with every aspect of the proposal, but it took great courage to put forward something that is as significant as that. I think that there are ideas across the region of how we might pursue peace. I do think that it is impossible for us to think only in terms of the Palestinian-Israeli conflict and not think in terms of what's happening with Syria or Iran or Lebanon or Afghanistan and Pakistan. These things are interrelated. And what I've said, and I think Hillary Clinton has expressed this in her confirmation, is that if we are looking at the region as a whole and communicating a message to the Arab world and the Muslim world that we are ready to initiate a new partnership based on mutual respect and mutual interest, then I think that we can make significant progress. Now, Israel is a strong ally of the United States. It will not stop being a strong ally of the United States, and I will continue to believe that Israel's security is paramount. But I also believe that there are Israelis who recognize that it is important to achieve peace. They will be willing to make sacrifices if the time is appropriate and if there is serious partnership on the other side. And so what we want to do is to listen, set aside some of the preconceptions that have existed and have built up over the last several years. And I think if we do that, then there's a possibility at least of achieving some breakthroughs.